And finally, we're into video 6. And this is where we see a real transition, which the actor would really need to think about in terms of performance skills, because we've that moment where we have the click, where he's been so distraught over his wife, and then he moves into this very powerful scene at the end with Mrs. Lovett, where he throws her in the oven. So you need to think about what is his motivation here in terms of his relationship with Mrs. Lovett. You'd have to talk about that sudden click and making that very relevant to the audience. So let's watch this first before we discuss it.
Miss Lovett, you're a bloody wonder, eminently practical and yet appropriate as always. As you've said repeatedly, there's little point in dwelling on the past. So come here, my love. Not a thing to fear, my love. What's dead is dead. My story of the world, my pet.
Mr. Todd, leave it to me.
Yes, learn forgiveness and try to forget.
I see Mr. Todd will become repulsive, but I see Mr. Todd with a thorough jealousy.
And life is for the alive, my dear. So let's keep living it, really living it, really living it.
And I'm actually going to stop it there because I think you could be getting into another moment. So we know that he wants to punish Mrs. Lovett. He's in such deep, deep pain, and he feels that need to reach out and punish her. So you're going to have to talk about how he lulls Mrs. Lovett into this false sense of security in a similar way as he did with the judge, pretending that he cares about her. But really, what he wants to do is kill her. He wants to punish her, and it's always tied to Lucy. So his revenge on Judge Turpin, that was because of his treatment of Lucy. And now we have Mrs. Lyons, not Mrs. Lyons, that's Blood Brothers, Mrs. Lovett being punished for her treatment of the beggar woman and for lying to him. So you're going to have to think about that. It's a very, very key episode in the play, because you have to make it very clear to the audience that he's lulling her into that false sense of security and that he's lying to her. We talked about that last week in class, the way that he would rise. Think about his eyes. He's almost trance-like. He's so fixated on punishing her. And that's got to be very evident to the audience. Even though it's not evident to Mrs. Lovett, it's very important that the audience realise what he's up to. So I'll stop that there because my video is going to be too long, and there will be one final video 7.